It doesn't matter how long the breakup could have been, yesterday or a couple years ago. We can stay in this place of missing someone, wanting them back, regretting the past for forever if we don't choose to heal and let go. I'm no stranger to heartbreak. I had my heart completely smashed. I want you to think of this as it's preparation for the right guy in your life, because this is hard work and most people want to just bury it, put it in a closet somewhere and never ever think about it or feel about it, numb it, avoid it, run away from it. And all that's going to do is create more baggage for your next relationship. And you can't love someone else when you're still pining and missing your ex. You can't do that. So there's a process that I use that helps you start healing and letting go after a breakup. So I take a holistic approach, which is physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, so that you can heal your heart, move on, and find your forever guy. So let's get into it. Welcome back. This is where you'll learn how to become the truest, freest, most badass version of yourself so you can get the love and the life that you truly deserve. I'm so happy you're here. I want you to know I've been through this. I had my heart completely smashed. So I know heartbreak and I know what it's like to get over someone you deeply loved. It took me a year to go through this process. And it was one of the most painful things that I have ever gone through. Loving someone, but knowing I shouldn't be with them because that wasn't a good relationship, and believing in my future self and what I knew I deserved and was worth. And that was a healthy, loving, fulfilling relationship. I had to first believe that I deserved better. And that started by owning my worth, owning my value, and knowing that I truly did deserve something that I haven't had. And that is quite a huge leap, to believe in something you've never had, to believe in your future self that you're deserving of everything your heart deeply wants. Even though everything in your environment is pointing to the opposite. We can either stay stuck looking at the past and what we lost, or we can look forward and be excited about what's to come, especially if you love this person. It's a daily decision to let go and take the next step forward. And it's not going to happen on accident. These are actual choices we have to make. But it's for your future self. It's for the love that you deserve. It's for the life you could have with this person that you didn't have with the ex. Because if that relationship was meant to be, then it would have worked out. And choosing to not accept that reality is just going to cause you more pain, suffering, and heartache. But once you can accept, okay, well, it didn't work out. I'm going to accept this, and I'm going to become who I need to be to attract and keep my future forever guy. That is where we need to be coming from. There is a 4-step process that I use. I'll be going a little bit over today that's going to help you so that you can start healing from heartbreak. And this is something that is universal. We all go through this, okay? It doesn't matter who you are. Losing someone you deeply care about is painful. Whether a person is good for you or not, it's still going to be very painful, okay? The depth of your feelings shows how much you cared about them. What I see women do is they start to blame and shame themselves and point the finger and say, oh, I could have done this better. I should have done this. If I didn't do this, then he wouldn't have done this. You can't heal yourself by blaming yourself. And healing begins in your body. So if you're in your head, that's what these obsessional thoughts are about. Okay? When we're used to always figuring stuff out, it's almost like we're too smart for our own good. We're used to figuring out everything. We need to be in control to feel safe. And if we can figure out things intellectually, we'll feel safe. But here's the thing, when it comes to love, that doesn't work. Okay? Feelings aren't rational. Thoughts are rational. But if you want to heal, the obsessional thoughts are going to prevent you from healing because healing happens in your body. Okay? Not in your head. So when you're thinking, oh my God, I did this wrong. If I wouldn't have done this, he wouldn't have broke up with me. Or maybe I shouldn't have broken up with him. And what if I wouldn't have done this and I should have done this? And you start to analyze, okay, like it can go on and on and on. And it is very obsessive. I want you to think of this as, okay, here I am. I'm trying to feel safe and in control by figuring things out. But this is not going to help you. Disappointment, sadness, and pain is just part of life, unfortunately. Okay? Especially when we lose someone we love, this is part of the healing process, and we can't avoid this. In our society, we don't talk about loss, we don't talk about death. And what this does is it brings up grief, and it's very painful. So, whether you love someone or not, whether he was a good guy or not, you're still going to feel that loss, and it's painful. The only way out is through. Going through a breakup is really challenging, and learning to do it holistically on all levels is so important to get a sense of calm and peace and groundedness in your body. Number one, the physical portion is to really slow down and be present with yourself. Okay? Notice the things that feel good for your body to do. If you wake up late every morning, okay, the stress of that feels really bad on your body, but we get in these patterns of doing things, right? So we're always rushing around. If you notice it, it actually feels bad to your body to rush around. So when you're going through a lot of emotional pain and hardship, we need to slow down and really focus on giving ourselves the self-care and the self-love that we really need to be giving ourselves all the time. Okay? So slow down, be present. Notice what feels good to your body and what doesn't. Okay? Eat nourishing food. Be drinking plenty of water and soothing drinks like hot tea or hot cocoa, and definitely get sleep. Okay? Mentally. We are banning ourselves from all the what ifs, from blaming yourself, blaming him, and going into the story. Well, what if I did this? And this always happens, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, I wasn't enough for him. Or this always happens to me. Or men are pigs. Notice the story you're creating about it. Whatever the story that your brain is trying to conjure up, stay out of the story. And stay out of the fault. Whose fault it is, that is blame. No labeling it as good, bad, right, or wrong. It happened. Okay, we have to accept it. If he's the right guy for you, you can't make a mistake. He will come back to you. Okay, he will realize your value. When you're not around, he will come back to you. But if he wants to break up or you want to break up, we have to radically accept what this person wants. Okay, don't lose your own self-respect by trying to continue to get this person back. Let them go. This is what is healthiest for you. Why would you want to be with someone who doesn't want you? It's literally saying, like, I sign up for rejection. I love rejection. Yes, keep rejecting me, please. And then that goes into the emotional part. And the emotional aspect of the breakup is a really important part because when we're in our heads, overanalyzing and thinking to death, okay, it's called stinking thinking, okay? And it's a strategy to keep yourself safe, okay? But it actually doesn't work. It just drives you crazy. What we have to do is let ourselves feel our feelings and radically accept all of them. So that part of you that wants to resist, run away, and avoid, instead of doing that, we choose to feel our feelings. We choose to feel the disappointment, the sadness, the grief, and the pain that we're experiencing, that we all experience after breakup. Honestly, if you're really honest with yourself, you know, your intuition knows if this person is really right for you. How many of us stay and settle in a relationship that isn't right for us because we're comfortable? We'd rather be with someone than be alone. But part of us knows they're not right for us. So they actually did you a favor. They had the courage to do what you couldn't do, or you had the courage to break up and you're just doubting it. So what is this bringing up in you? For instance, if you're rejected, okay, where did I first feel rejection? Maybe my dad when I was young. Okay, so this is an inner wound. So the pain of the breakup is making you feel the feelings that you have repressed and just locked it up in a closet somewhere inside of yourself and said, I'm never going to feel this shit again. Okay? What's happened is the closet is wide open. These feelings are spilling out and we think it's the guy's fault. It's not his fault. These feelings have been there with you all along. When we can observe the things that hurt us from our past, we can become more self-aware in our relationships. We need nurturing self-talk. We need to speak with ourselves with compassion, empathy, and validation. So say you're at work and all these feelings are coming up. Your boyfriend just broke up with you. Speak like you would a beloved child or your best friend. Honey, I'm so sorry this happened to you. As soon as we get off work, we're going to come home and make some hot tea and call our best friend. Or we're going to cry and just let this out. And I'm going to listen to everything you have to say. And I'm going to be there for you. Okay? Not, I'm going to numb myself by watching TV, avoiding my feelings, and hopping into a new relationship or having sex with someone that I don't know to avoid feelings or any number of things, drinking, drugs, to prevent ourselves from feeling the deep, painful feeling that is bringing up in us spiritually. What things soothe your soul? This could be long walks, spending time in nature, or meditation. What things fuel your soul? So we went over your body, your mind, your emotions, spiritually, okay? So we're healing holistically. We're looking at all the different levels. And what things did you give up for your relationship or for your partner? Because you think it may have caused conflict or it may upset them, or maybe it actually did. So you stopped doing those things that you actually loved. So what are those? And how can you start incorporating them into your life right now? Maybe there's a class or there's a new hobby that you would like to get into that you've never tried before, or you would just want to continue doing something that you gave up for your relationship because you made the relationship or him the center of your life instead of you and your amazing, beautiful life and the future. Okay. What does your future relationship feel like with the person who's right for you? How does he make you feel around him? And what standards, boundaries, and non-negotiables did you give up for that previous relationship or that you actually need to have in your future relationship? What sacrifices did you make that you realize now you shouldn't have? What about yourself will you choose to improve? Did you also maintain your life outside of your relationship? And how can you hold on to that and maintain that in your new future relationship? Because a man should not be the center of your life, or your relationship shouldn't be the center of your life. That is not healthy. If this helped you, then check out my last 2 previous podcast episodes I did on the 10 traits your forever guy needs to have so that you can get the healthy, fulfilling relationship that you deserve, and the top mistakes that I made in my past relationship so that you can heartbreak proof your heart and prevent yourself from future heartbreak. These would be huge so that you can get the relationship you truly deserve. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I go live most Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central on YouTube. Check out below because there'll be a link, and please bring your relationship questions and then make it featured on my podcast. And something very soon is going to be happening, and I can't wait to share more on that. You can become the badass you've always wanted to be, punch fear in the face, and live life on your own terms. Till next time.